Good morning, Destiny players, and welcome to a new build video. I said on my post that I'm going to try to fix my algorithm on this channel in time for Edge of Fate, so that way I can get a lot more views. So let's get to it. I got a list of builds, and we're just going down that list. Today, Titan class, my least played. I am Bladeburger, your local consumer of Publix popcorn chicken. If you like the video, do what the algorithm gods demand of you. I will accept your tribute into my burger heart. It's filled with Greg Tech, you'll fit right in, don't worry. Let's begin. This build centers around a super good exotic nowadays and probably the best aspect since Banner of War before its nerf. Banner of War is still insanely good, by the way. This build on Arc Titan uses a combination of power to make something really potent, from low power chump clapping to higher content like the new Rat of the Nine stuff. Survivability, healing, damage, it's got it all. If only the new Hunter aspect was as good as the other two new aspects. The main exotic used for this build is the Insurmountable Skullfort, recently buffed in Heresy, I think. I haven't played Destiny much until very recently, I'm out of the loop a bit. The Skullfort allows arc melee kills to trigger health regeneration and refund a full melee charge. No cooldown in between this trigger, by the way. You also get arc melee energy when you punch enemies with an uncharged melee. We also use Thunderlord as another exotic because it works with the other half of this build, Storm's Keep. This aspect allows you to use your class ability to give stacks of bolt charge to you and nearby allies, includes the thruster. Additionally, the strong part of this aspect is that as you stand behind your barricade, you get bolt charge stacks, and weapons can cause the strikes to happen rather than needing to deal damage with abilities. Why Thunderlord though? Well, sustained damage gives you bolt charge stacks. So with this combination, the bolt charge strikes are very frequent, making this combination a top tier DPS strategy all by itself. You could use surges, but surge swapping is annoying for plebs like me on console. This build isn't made with that in mind, it's made to spam the hell out of melee abilities and rain down thunder with the aspect. So let's talk class to show how we make it better. For class, Arc Titan of course. Prismatic didn't get the new aspects, oddly. For class ability, definitely use Rally Barricade. It's good for sitting behind for DPS and has a super fast cooldown almost comparable to 100 dodge. For melee, Thunderclap. Very good melee with a wide cone of damage that's easy to get kills with. For aspects, the aforementioned Storm's Keep. I already explained it, so no need to do it again. We also have Knockout. Critically damaging, whatever that means, or breaking an enemy's shield buffs your melee, making it count as powered, dealing more damage. You also become amplified and gain back a chunk of health whenever you get a kill with your melee. Scales health gain with enemy tier. For fragments, Spark of Frequency. It does something unimportant when you melee, but also you gain increased stacks of bolt charge from all sources when amplified. Spark of Resistance, flex slot. You gain extra damage resist when surrounded. Spark of Recharge. When your shields are broken, your grenade and melee regenerate a lot quicker. Happens more often than you think. Spark of Amplitude. When amplified, multi-kills make an aura power. So there's the class, now let's talk weapons and stats. For weapons, it's pretty open-ended, so use what you please. All you gotta have is Thunderlord as a heavy, but your other slots are your choice. Just make sure to swap out your sight from whatever elemental primary you have. If you use the Dame Link, my version will be using Midnight Q and Indebted Kindness with a kinetic siphon. Yours may be different, up to you. For stats, it's fine to dump strength, as there's multiple ways to get our melee back in this build, like the exotic we use. I recommend resilience for tankiness and for a class ability cooldown, as it gets down to about 20 seconds with 100 resilience. Also, not dying is fun. Now let's talk mods to see how it gets better, even with mods not being as impactful as they used to be. Remember how skip grenades used to be a legitimate build? Pepperidge Farm remembers. These mods are utility based, not using either kickstarts or surges. We don't really need either, as the goal is melee spamming and class ability spamming. Kickstarts aren't good since they got nerfed a long while ago, so there are none here. On helmet, double hands on for more super energy on a powered melee kill. Does it count knockout melees? Not sure. I also have a kinetic siphon, allowing multi-kills with kinetic weapons to make an aura power. On arms, double focusing strike, giving us class ability energy when we deal damage with that powered melee. If I remember correctly, it has a cooldown of 7 seconds and gives 17% energy with 2 copies. We also have heavy-handed, making an orb of power on a power melee kill with a 10-second cooldown. On boots, double orbs of restoration, the mod I use everywhere because honestly it's one of the few that is actually really impactful. Gain a huge chunk of ability energy to your lowest charge ability when you collect an orb power. No cooldown on this, by the way. Each orb is 13% energy. We also have Insulation, giving us class ability energy on an orb pickup. On class item, weirdly enough, double bomber, as we don't need any melee helpers since it regenerates so quickly. Gain grenade energy when we use our class ability. It's not much, unfortunately. We also have Reaper, allowing use of our class ability to start a 10-second timer. If we get a weapon kill within that timer, we can make an orb power. If not, no orb. 10-second cooldown after the orb is made. So there's all the mods, and here's the overview of them. Look it over, compliment my drip, and don't look at my stats. No triple 100 here. I still don't know how to do that. If you're looking for a dim link, check my Discord as it's there. I've had my reason for doing that. Now let's talk how this build plays. It's pretty fun, not gonna lie. I usually don't play Titan, but when I do, I make sure the builds I put together are potent, and this one is incredibly strong without being boring. Not my strongest, that goes to Wishful Ignorance, but still very strong. Banner of War is still good. No one believes me. I'm not crazy, I swear. Okay, maybe a little crazy. Anyways, this build is useful all across the game, from seasonal activities to GMs and raids, if only I had friends to do those with. You're basically invincible in low difficulty stuff, as you have so much healing, damage, and damage resist. It's no surprise that Storm's Keep is as used as it is with how much damage it puts out. Just pop a barricade and camp. Punch a ton of stuff to get your barricade back, it just works. If you try this build out for yourself, let me know how it does. I do read all comments, even if I may not respond to them. Stay tuned for more, as I still have a big list to get through. Thank you all for coming and watching. Bladeburger, out.